For this project, I'm looking for someone to make the bag topper. The bag itself is going to be the way that we're going to distribute all of the Make and Take packets to people. It's going to be a very cute, very simple project, and what we want to do with this is to showcase the ribbon. This is that black organdy ribbon. Look how it sparkles. And then this is the black glimmer paper. We're also going to showcase a couple of punches. So let me show you how it comes together. This is black glimmer paper. It is sold in the holiday catalog, and what we're going to do with this is to make the witch's hat. If you choose this project, there are several punches that we need to make sure that you either have or have access to. For the brim down here, I use this duo oval punch. If you don't have this one, well, first of all, if you don't have this one, this is a really handy punch to have. But if you don't have this one, we'll make a way for you to borrow mine. So I save all my scraps. Here's a piece that I used for, I don't even know what I used that for. But what I'm going to do here is to put this in. So what I want to end up cutting is something that catches the full bottom curve and a little bit more than half the curve. And go this way. So I hope you can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to get it lined up for me first, and then I'll show you. All right, so I've got that flat edge in there, and then I've got the full curve, and when I punch, now I'll have a brim that I can use for the hat. These two, one or the other, it doesn't matter. If you happen to have, this is the pine tree punch, and this is the ice cream cone punch. Either one of them works absolutely fine. All right, so now I have the parts cut for the witch's hat. They are on a little tiny clothespin. Now these are clothespins that Stampin' Up! Actually used to sell, and I happen to have enough left over. If I didn't, then for this project, I would be going out to the dollar store and buying some more of them. I don't mind for an event like this using a punch that, or using a product that is not something Stampin' Up! Sells, because it doesn't take away from Stampin' Up! Sales, and it enhances, it shows another really cute way that crafters in general can be using our product with other stuff that they might have that we don't sell at all. Okay, so what we're going to do is just use a couple of glue dots and or some liquid glue on here. Either one is just fine. And then we're just going to stick those parts on. It goes really easy. I want more than one glue dot for each part, because otherwise it's going to work like a seesaw and there'll be a fulcrum and the thing is going to shift. So what I want to do with this is to make sure that it's up high enough that people are not going to see the bottom part of that clothespin behind it. And then I'm going to put one that's actually right overlapping the hat, the top part of the hat itself, and I'm going to put another one down on the bottom. You don't have a whole lot of room down here for putting adhesive, because you can't put adhesive in air. I like this one because it's a little bit broader than the one that I cut for you guys. Actually, let's see how this one looks. Yeah, this one isn't big enough for where I place the ice cream cone. So I think with the ice cream cone, you need to go with one that's a little bit deeper, because I don't want to see the bottom of that, that clothespin either. And then just kind of center it left, right, and get it held on there. It's now attached by two glue dots, the one that's right up here on the brim and the other one that's a little bit further down, so I'm not going to get any wobble. This one, I only used one, and you can see how that brim is trying to wobble. So you can see how I do get some wobble on the brim, and I don't want that. So definitely put enough glue dots on there. So if you choose this project, you're going to have to make sure that you've either got some glue dots or that you've got the liquid glue. All right, for the tag topper itself, this is a piece that is 3 inches wide. Okay, so it's 3 inches, and then I have it scored at 1.5. So it's just going to fold over like that. And you are just going to give me a completed piece, but you're not going to worry about the bags, because I'll have the bags and I'll be filling them with all the other things. I just need to be able to take this thing that you have created and attach it to there. So you're going to give it to me flat open. All right, it's going to be super easy going together like this. What we are showcasing, like I said, we're showcasing the black glimmer paper. I also want to find a way to showcase this ribbon. Now this is that black organdy ribbon. Isn't that cool how it catches with the light? So it's got lots of little glitter things in it. All right, we have a variety of ways. I can leave this up to you and your creativity. There's lots of different ways to do this, but in the end, it needs to be something that looks cute when people pick it up like that. And they're just all going to be sitting there. So whether you tie a knot ahead of time or whether you wrap a ribbon around, either way works. So one option, I just tied a knot. You could also tie a bow. Either way, let me trim the ends off of this. So I could just take a glue dot. Remember, this is very simple, and we're not trying to give people fantastic projects that they're going to go off and showcase to their customers. We're just trying to give them something cute and little that showcases some of the product. So that can be finished. That can just be a cute way to have all of their projects contained in a bag. You could go fancier if you wanted and try and do something with wrapping the ribbon around. Just remember that it has to come to me flat so that I can wrap it around at a later date, which means if you decide to wrap a ribbon around, that it would have to only cover 1/2. It could not go all the way around the back. Does that make sense? All right, so again, if you choose this project, you would need to have access to either the Christmas tree punch, or I guess it's called a pine tree punch, or you would have to have access to the ice cream cone punch, one or the other for the witch's hat. It doesn't make any difference. For the base, you would need to have access to the oval punch. And then we would have to make sure that you had a supply of the black glimmer paper and a supply of the ribbon. This could be a knot. You could also tie that in a bow, whatever you want. I'm going to let you go creative here. And then orange paper. It has to be Stampin' Up! Orange paper. What I used was Mango Melody. It could also be, let's see, this is Pumpkin Pie. This is Cajun Craze. This is Calypso Coral. Any of these orange-ish papers would look just fine with one of these little witches' hats and would tell people that they were looking at a project that could be used for Halloween. And then the fun thing for people is they'll go home with this and they'll reuse this little tree that we made for them, and they'll reuse that bow on another project. So if you are interested in doing this for me, super simple. Again, you would be looking at somewhere between 15 and 25. I don't know final numbers yet, but let me know if you would be interested in it. Thank you.